Hello everyone, I'm Tony Southcott from Human Echoes, and today we are here to talk about The Hunt, which I got to watch on VOD today. It's part of this whole coronavirus thing where a bunch of major releases are getting put out for pay-per-view. I'm trying to answer the question of, should you watch this? Should you pay the $20 to go and do this right now? And just because it's the start of the video, I'm not going to tell you everything about it, but I would say if you enjoy movies like Battle Royale, if you enjoy silly, slapstick, gross horror, not even that gross, it's not fully body horror, but there are some definite moments of that, then you will definitely enjoy this movie. If you're looking for something a little bit more refined, if you're looking for something that's more subtle, that's perhaps, I don't know, maybe the word I'm looking for is actually good, then I don't know if you're going to really enjoy this. If you like schlock, if you want to see what would happen if you tried to shoehorn a storyline into PUBG, that's what this movie is. And you should be able to tell that from the commercials, that it's not going to be very serious, that you've got so many people that are going as balls out into caricatures as they can, because the bad guys in this one are the worst parts of Tumblr with billions of dollars. And then the people on the right-hand side are a bunch of characters of conspiracy theorists on the right. Basically, the whole thing is Manorgate, which is supposed to be like Pizzagate, and various other things where they believe that that rich people are taking them to a certain place and hunting them down. Very simple premise, very Hunger Games feeling in a few spots, as far as like whenever they're running into the center to get these guns and everything. I'm not going to give you spoilers as to what happens, I'm just trying to tell you if this is worth watching. Once again, it feels like the game PUBG, which you parachute in, you're all of a sudden surrounded by all these other people that want to kill you. You don't entirely know what's going on around you, but waking up in this situation would be very terrifying. They don't really have that many characters that you could be sympathetic towards. Betty Gilpin's character, Crystal, is about as close as you're going to get in some ways, and even then, we don't really know much of her backstory other than a few things that are alluded to. Hilary Swank's character is cold and interesting, but not that interesting. It's just, this is the bad guy, and like, sort of heading things up. All the people on the bad side are insufferably annoying, and they're doing the far left thing where you can't be far left enough, so they start eating each other, they start yelling about privilege, they start doing 10,000 other things that are just counterproductive to what they're trying to do, and the people that are trying to survive are still kind of just spouting off different sort of racist things or sort of conspiracy things, and it turns out that some of them are true, so they're sort of justified in how they feel. It's a weird setup where there's no subtlety to it at all. And maybe that's what you don't need in a movie that's premise is straight up like it's left versus right. These people are the global elite that are going to kill you. I don't think you need that subtlety, but it's strange to see a movie that's just so balls out and just so brazen about it. The Rotten Tomato rankings have this as about a 55 from critics, 66 from audiences, and I would say that that's pretty accurate. The Amazon rating was a 3.5. I watched it on Amazon. I would give this between a 3, occasionally it's funny enough to be a 3.5. But honestly, like, you can do better by going to classic movies over this one and saving your $20. But if you're wanting to support Blumhouse and you're wanting to support current cinema that's out there because of this whole coronavirus shutdown, you could do worse than The Hunt. It's entertaining, but it's not good. And there is value in just blind entertainment where you turn your brain off, but just go into it knowing that it's full-on, balls-to-the-wall crazy. That happens in the first few minutes of the movie where they're showing just how deep it's going to go. And it's 90 minutes, so it's not a hard-to-digest thing. You're not going to be sitting there for too long. But it is a movie that I probably will never go to again. So keep that in mind. They do a few things to try to make it so that it has deeper meaning about truth, about identity, but they don't necessarily do a good job of it because it's interspersed with so much kind of garbage stuff that it doesn't really work. As far as the violence, there are some great moments of violence, and there are some moments where you're just like, that just wouldn't happen that way. Or I've watched too many fights to know that that's just not how things are going to turn out. But there is a good crescendo on here. You've got a very, very brutal, insane, like maybe 10 minutes in the movie opening, and I would say that'll be remembered for a little while just for how crazy it was. Like, you even have Sturgill Simpson, who's a country artist who's starting to do some acting. Like, he's some guy from Orlando. But it definitely subverts your expectations on who's going to survive. things are very, very dramatic and quick in the very beginning of this movie. It slows down, but it never really goes that slow. It's a breakneck pace for the most part, and it's a little bit contradictory because I don't know how much I actually liked this. This isn't a movie where it like challenged me. It didn't do anything to make me think or make me go further into like the film, like where I want to know all the lore. It's just a base level movie for entertainment to kill off 90 minutes of your coronavirus quarantine. If that sounds like something you want, definitely pick it up for that $20. I would love to hear what you guys thought about this movie, or if you're going to check it out, please put those in the comments below. Also, throw some movies for me to watch because I'm starting to get sick and I'm going to need some things to keep me entertained over the next couple weeks as I do not leave my apartment. So we'll see what's going on there. I hope you guys have an excellent week. There will be more from Human Echoes coming soon. Check out our gaming channel. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/humanechoes. Thank you very much. Bye.